welcome to my channel, and today's Talkity Tea Tuesday is a big one. And yes, I promise you this is tea. See? Tea bag. But I just kind of watered it down, but nonetheless, okay. I'm really exhausted right now, but I've been, I feel like I have to do this video, and I've been wanting to too. I actually filmed it and memory card was full, the battery died, and it's just all over the place. So I decided to refilm this, and here it is. So just excuse my slouchiness right now because my energy level is not that high. I'm pretty tired, I'm pretty exhausted, but yeah, I definitely wanted to do this, so let's do this. Okay, let's get started. So as you can see in the title, it says body image / body shaming. But this is my story and my opinions and what I've gone through and what I have done. So, so yeah, and I want to say that I'm no way trying to mold my story to make it beautiful, or just I'm really just speaking the truth, and this anybody is welcome. Like I said, I said in another video, this channel is mainly I'm gonna speak the truth. I'm an honest person. So I just hope to not offend anybody in any way, because that is not ever my intention. I want to empower you to do better, to be better, and because I've just been in that state where I'm just like, I don't feel like doing anything, and you know, life is so beautiful to be in that, you know, in that rut, in that negativeness. So I've been through it, and I just don't wish that on anybody. And so yeah, I'd say everybody's welcome to this channel, and no judgment here. And I know everybody has their opinions and their judgments, so yeah. So but like I said, and I also want to say that I am not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist, a life coach, a nutritionist, and stuff like that. So if you do seek that help, I would also put some websites down below, and to see your local doctor if you need more help on that. My story, body image and body shaming. Yes, you see it a lot these days, and it's talked about so much on who has a perfect body. Oh girl, do love yourself, do what you want. And yes, that is very important. Yes, love yourself. Yes, go after your dreams and do what makes you happy, because I am doing that right now, and it's amazing. You should not let nobody ever stop you, and you should never let yourself, most importantly, stop you from doing what you really want, what really makes you happy. So saying that, my story, body shaming, body image. My body type, I am 5'2", and I have a curvy body and a big chest, I guess we should say. That sounds really weird when I say chest. Okay, but yeah, and my bow tie, and so I'm not trying to bring you down because everybody's like, oh, big booties this, oh, I got this, you don't got that. No, I've never been like that. I've always been like, oh, cool, good for you. Or be like, oh man, your eyes are pretty. Kind of wish I had pretty eyes, but I love my brown eyes. So that's that. But that's kind of, I just kind of want to say a little bit of description about myself and my body shape. When I was seeing people talk about body image and body shaming, and it really hit close to me because I've been through it. And I feel like, in the world that we live in right now, everybody wants to have their opinion, especially with social media going around, and and stuff like that. Everybody wants to say something about someone, and I feel like now we should empower each other instead of bringing people down. Because, to me, I think I wouldn't want to bring someone down, because I wouldn't want someone to bring me down. So, and I've been through that, so it's just, it's not a good feeling, and overall it is not healthy for you. It really hurt me, because I feel like we all should work together on this instead of kind of bringing people down. And yes, it is hard to sometimes accept the truth, and but to me a while back, and I was like, no, but sometimes we tend to hold back what's best for us, what we need to do for ourselves to be happier, to be healthier. And and I say this because I've done this, and but it is hard to accept the truth, and I've seen that in some people, like, want to help, but I don't know the truth, and we don't know everybody's story. We don't know what they're going. We don't know if it's an illness, or mentally, if they can process it and stuff like that. So I first want to say thank you to God. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't want to watch this no more. It's talk, but this is like I said, this is my story. I am so grateful to God for giving me another chance to really realize what I'm doing to take care of myself more better, and to realize that I only have this one body and this one life, that I have to make the most of it and be the healthiest that I can be in what I got, with what I got, and what's going around with in my life. So saying that, I'm so grateful to God for giving me that strength. That strength and that positivity to really have that thought. And now I know not everybody's the same, and it's okay. But like I said, everybody's welcome. I invite you to my channel. Big hug here. Let's be best friends. Come on, like, we're drinking tea here, or coffee, or wine, beer, whatever you want to say. Don't have to be tea. We're just talkity talk, okay? So, and I'm very thankful to my besties for being there for me when all I wanted to do was just kind of talk or have an opinion, and really get great feedback from them. And I'm truly grateful for my besties. I love you. For empowering me to really appreciate with what I got, my body, and how I am as a person, more importantly. And they more empowered me of who I am rather than how I looked, and that empowered me more to feel confident and more beautiful. I know there's a lot of people that don't have someone close to be able to do that, and that's why I'm kind of here. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, therapist, or anything, but to have those friends made me really appreciate how fortunate I am to have them, and I want to do that the same for you. If you just, I know there's a lot of, you can go to someone professional, but I'm a really emotional person, really deep person, and I feel like it comes out more natural than rather going in someone's office and just speaking about it. But they are important and they can help you and they can give you in the right path. So I always encourage that. But I definitely, from experience, from, like I said, my story, what I've gone through, talking to my besties about it, rather than going to a therapist. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't, you know, if you really do need it and, you know, you don't have someone close, it is strongly advised, and they know what they're doing. Yeah, but I want to empower you. I really, really want to do. So I've been talking too much. Okay, I'm just getting to the point, but I don't want you guys to feel bad or anything. I kind of just wanted to say my story and say that you are not alone. There is help and there is hope that you will get better and things will get better. My story. When I started thinking about body imaging and body shaming, I went back to my high school days. In high school, I was on the dance team, and I'm going to take a little bit back. When I was like in middle school, going into high school, I was really, really thin. No shape to my body whatsoever. A little bit the back, the booty, but really nothing. And I guess bullied a little that, oh, look at you, I already got my bras, and look at you, you don't even have a bra. And it was it did hurt a lot, because it made me think, well, why do these girls, they can do that and I can't even do it? I can't even wear that. And it really hurt me at that age that, wow, you know, it was mean, and really didn't make me confident. And that was that. And I would look at magazines and I'm like, ooh, well, you know, thin, and I don't got that. Look at these models, they're so beautiful, they're thin, and blah, 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 blah. And I would compare myself to them. And I would start thinking of other things other people had rather than what I had. And so I didn't feel good about myself. And then in high school, and I did grow into my body. And then I was on the dance team, and I would see, of course, you know, a dancer, they're very thin, you know, they got the good body, they're in shape, and stuff like that. And so it kind of brought me down again. Like, I was like, well, you know, I don't have the body they do, and I kind of wanted to be like them. And then once I started going more into it, I realized that that didn't really matter. That that it was more of, these girls were amazing because we worked together as a team and we empowered each other. And let me tell you, we all loved to eat. And you think, oh man, look at her, she looks good, how can she eat so much? And yes, we eat a lot. So, but some of these girls that I did look at, they were like, you know, in shape and looking good, and, you know, flat abs, and I didn't have no flat abs, and I still don't, and but I'm working on it. But yeah, but I started really kind of observing what they were doing, and what they were doing was they were working extra harder to get that body. And, you know, they would, and some of those girls were built, you know, their body type, their body shape was built that way. So they worked out, or they ran more, or they went to the gym, or just certain stuff like that. And I didn't do that, so I couldn't be mad at myself. But overall, when, you know, the dance team, I was like, wow, you kind of feel kind of down a little, because they look great, and you're kind of like, okay. But we started having it didn't matter what you looked like. What was important was the skill that you brought, and the positivity and the energy to empower each other to work as a team. And that's just what I loved, and it just blew my mind. I just found it so amazing and so awesome that we worked together and we pushed each other as a team to do better. And so yeah, and on the other hand, from close people, I did get sometimes oh, look at you're fat, or look at you gaining weight, and stuff like that, and look at you, look at all these girls, look at you, you're like, you don't know what you're doing. Kind of, in the sense that even when they say fat, in the sense of kind of me thinking like, wow, look at all these girls, they look great, but look at me, I'm not in the best shape that I can be. And it made me not confident in myself at all. And it made me really start being self-conscious about myself. I couldn't go somewhere without makeup. That was my biggest problem. I didn't feel beautiful. If I didn't have makeup on, I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel confident. Getting that, that word, fat. And it just kept made me thinking, about myself and horrible about myself. So I did have a moment of realization that I was hurting myself because I kept drowning myself in those thoughts and really not looking at myself clearly, and not accepting that, or not telling myself that, hey, like I said, girls were doing more than, working out, going to the gym and stuff like that. And, I didn't have that advantage, but I could have gone running a little more or stuff like that. So I wasn't giving the positive feedbacks of like, wow, look at girl, you got a good curvy body, or the beautiful things about myself. And I kept ignoring it and kept thinking about the negative thoughts and the negative comments that were coming towards me. And it really did make me feel like I didn't want to live anymore. And I know I kind of did a video on this. I think it was on my old channel. How God saved me. But I really didn't. I just didn't want to be here no more. I got so low, and mainly it was me because but it's just someone tells you something and you start thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and it just goes down and down and down, and I really did hit rock bottom, and I didn't want to live. Luckily I didn't do crazy things to, I guess, kill myself, but I know there's a lot of girls or something that are in that situation, and I'm grateful that I last minute this voice in my head, and I know it was God's voice, and that God saved me and says, you are beautiful, look at yourself, you are beautiful, and really look at you, what you are, how you are, your personality, that's what's beautiful. And it's true, I started looking at the mirror, and it started really, I just was in a, not to be, it sounds conceited, but to look in the mirror and really look at yourself and start saying all the positive things about yourself. And that's what I started doing. And it took me a while, it wasn't something that like overnight. I mean, I was saved by God overnight from harming myself more, but just that was like, you know what, I am beautiful. Yeah, now I'm being real. I got no makeup on today. I'm just like, I ain't gonna put no makeup. I don't need to put no makeup. But I'm confident enough to go in public without makeup. I don't care what people say or how they look at me. I'm confident. If I feel like I don't want to wear makeup that day, I'm not gonna wear makeup, and it doesn't hurt me. And I do have my moments where I'm like, I don't look that great today, but I don't dwell in it. But we all have our moments. I know I have my moments. If you feel like you're in that stage that you don't want to be here anymore because of that, I advise you to get help. Excuse me. I'm gonna repeat this over and over and over again. You're alive, you are worthy, and you are beautiful. So don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. And you know, from my experience, it hurt getting stuff from other people, but ultimately, yes, for me, I was hurting myself because I was drowning myself more in these negative thoughts. And it wasn't good for me, you know? I wanted to hurt myself. A couple months ago, I started really getting really stressed about stuff at work and what I was gonna do and what should I do. I was in bed and it was really, really hard for me to sleep. I have asthma, and I know that two things. I was overweight, and another thing's stressing about that I was overweight, or just other stuff in my life. Stress, I should just say stress, that made it worse for my asthma. And overall, since I've had asthma, I've been able to control it, and I'm good with it. But this was really hard for me. I couldn't sleep because it was very hard for me to breathe. I literally had to be like, and that sounds like a weird idea, but it's true. That's what I had to go, and I just had this feeling. I was like, wow, I'm not in the best shape that I am. I would stress, and then I would eat more, and not good for myself. I gained 20 pounds, and I know for some people like, wow, really? 20 pounds, girl? Come on. But to me, most of my life, I have never gained so much. I mean, probably gained 5, and then I lost it, and then, but I never, because I was active, you know, I was in dance and stuff like that, and so yeah, that was a big deal for me, and I already knew that it was, you know, and I went to the doctor, and they were like, she kind of said some words to me that I didn't like hearing, but you know, and it hurt a little, but the reality, before I went, I already knew I was over my weight, and I wasn't healthy, so I wasn't treating me good. And so just not being able to sleep and not having energy, that was the most important. I didn't have energy whatsoever. I didn't have motivation to do anything, and not having motivation, it's a killer thing for me, because I'm a big dreamer and I like to do stuff and be out there, and you know, I'm pretty a relaxing person too, but just I want to do stuff and get out there, and for me not to do that was pretty hard on me. It was stressing me out. That was the big eye opener for me, when realizing, okay, you're overweight, and there's levels, and then you probably like, there's levels? What's she talking about? Yes, I've actually researched this, and there's obesity, there's overweight, and you know, your weight, and then there's underweight, and I was overweight, and so I just told myself, you know, made my promise that I'm gonna get into shape, the shape that I need to be for myself, so I can feel more energized and more healthier, more happier, And yeah, so I started thinking, I only have this one body, this one life. I have to make the most of it. And I can't keep like how I was back then in high school, dwelling in the negativity and just, yeah. So I was like, I didn't want to go back there. And so now I made myself the promise to do as best as I can with what I got. Yeah, like, to me, I personally don't like going to the gym. You know, if there's weights or if there's a dance studio, I will definitely go. But that's more my workout. I just told myself, okay, what's your goal? What do you have, like, in sense of eating wise, budget, and I love fruits, I love vegetables, I love water, and I love that stuff. And I know for certain people, it's like when you're trying to lose weight, it's hard, and healthy food to you is like, But I personally love that stuff, and it wasn't a very, very hard change. It was more harder because, you know, organic stuff is pricey. So, but I try to do the stuff that I have used in the past, and it helped me to lose the weight. And I used that, and so I kind of, those were my beginning steps. And I'm still learning, and I'm still working on my body and my weight and stuff like that. Because Lord knows I am not ever going to get chocolate up, or cupcakes, or bread, pasta, cheese, because I love food and I love all that stuff. But I will balance myself, and I will give myself proportions, because, yeah. So, but like, I know we tend to, when we want to lose weight, we want it quickly, or we want it dramatically. And to me, I knew that I know it's going to take me time, that I should not stress myself because I want to lose weight, and stress myself because of things that I didn't have. And rather I focused on what I have, what I can use, what can I do. And I said, well, you know what? I can go run around the neighborhood. It doesn't cost me anything, and just go out, you know. And that's, to me, I like doing that more, like going out and running or dancing. So I balanced myself and say, okay, let me use this. And then I also been learning that I didn't, certain stuff did not work out for me. Like, I cannot work out for an hour doing some sit-ups, or, you know, and all this other stuff. Like, I gave myself like sections, like, okay, today for, you know, 30 minutes I'm going to work on my legs, or 30 minutes here I'm gonna work, or an hour I'm gonna meditate. I'm really gonna focus on my breathing and how I'm exercising and breathing, and which is new. I've never done that. Like, I've exercised, but I never realized how I was breathing, and makes a huge difference. So you know, when I did look about, you know, someone, it's like, wow, they look great. And I would look at their body tone, like, well, do they have kind of curvy body like me, or big bust, big, you know, small waist or whatever and stuff like that. Instead of looking at the negative and, like I said, drowning in my negativity, I just looked at the positive and said, she looks good, she has kind of my body shape, let me work towards that. And that was my motivation. That's my motivation. So I kept doing that, and because we are all different, we have all different body shapes and stuff like that. That was my motivation, rather than letting it bring me down, because I told myself and I promised myself that's not gonna happen. And I gotta be healthy for myself, to be happier and more energized and living life to the fullest. Build that relationship with yourself. It was hard for me in high school and a couple months ago, to really go back to that mirror and look at yourself and say the positive things about yourself, and really let that soak in that, and realizing, you know, with who I am was more beautiful than how I looked on the outside. And I definitely do take care of myself, definitely in the inside, and what I eat, and, you know, exercising and stuff, because exercising definitely gives you more energy and more clarity, more focus, and more motivation to do more. And so, and the best of all, exercise, you can eat more. So, but definitely build that relationship with you. If you have to go in front of the mirror and really like force yourself to look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, I have a beautiful nose, I have nice lips, you know, maybe they're small, but they're nice, they're cute, they're cute. It's just really saying the positive things about yourself, and just keep going, because it, you know, from experience, it makes you more confident and more assured of yourself. And absolutely, it's an amazing feeling to really be like, this is who I am, this is what I got, this is how I look like, I appreciate me, I have this one life, I have this one body, I'm gonna make the most of it, the best. I'm gonna be healthy for me, because it makes me happier. And yeah, so but try not to dwell in your negativity. And I know it's hard sometimes, you just like gravitate it that way, but you have that choice to make, to say, do I want to talk bad about myself? Or do I want to focus on the good? And yeah, and I know that over time, it's gonna, my features are gonna change, and rather, to me, what's more important is who I am, my personality, and yeah, just being happy. And so, you know, it is, and I know you've heard it a million times, really what's inside truly matters. And I know, I mean, I'm not saying that the outside is not important, because love yourself from inside and out too. And definitely, yeah. So that I have, looking in the mirror, really saying the positive things about myself was like, it made me feel more beautiful. And yeah, so I want to recommend a book, and I've been reading it because I absolutely love it. And it's not just on body image, but there's a lot, literally, I feel like this is a girl's dictionary. So it's The Girl's Guide, and it's by Melissa Kirsch. Hopefully I'm saying her last name wrong. I mean, right? Literally, you know, the first pages, it does say like about body image and stuff, and then it talks about into health and, you know, fitness and stuff, and there's professional opinions. My pages are falling. Professional opinions on here, and it's absolutely amazing book. Highly recommend this book. And I know this is in the book, but I kind of want to just like briefly say it, like focus on the positive things about yourself. Try not to bring yourself down, and just know that nobody's perfect. We all have our days. I have my days. Take small steps and start somewhere. It's gonna take a little time, but you're gonna get there. And as long as you don't give up, but just know that it's gonna take you time, and don't stress yourself on quickly having to be at that goal. Slow pace. Stress is the main thing that's gonna bring you down and make you overthink and just not be thinking clearly, I should say. And it actually is 90% of illnesses that are out there, like diabetes, asthma, obesity, and heart disease. It's all stress related. 90%, that is huge. That is really, really huge. So this is also in a book. There's also a psychotherapist, Risa Giordano. Hopefully I'm saying her name right, but it's in the book. And she says, dare to think for yourself. Start to look in the mirror and see your body as a unique work of art. Oh, I love that. And that's what I was saying, like, you know, look yourself in the mirror and really say, I'm unique, I'm me, I only have this one body, and this one life, and I gotta make the most of it. And do you, do what's best for you and with what you can, because from my experience, it's what I went through, you know, even, you know, proportions and the balance, and yeah, can't afford to go everything organic all the time. It gets really pricey, but just finding that balance and really indulging in the things that I do like instead of feeling guilty that I am. And because I would do that, I did that too. I would feel guilty of eating something that I liked that wasn't really good for you, but and it made me want to eat more and more and more and more rather than, I really enjoy this. I had my bite or my cupcake, I'm good. And yeah, because I wasn't stressing myself about it. So from my heart to yours, I'm wishing you lots of love and good luck on your journey, and yeah, and just know that you are beautiful and you are unique, and yeah, bye.